Millie kind?
Nah, if it ain't Mott's, it's Pete.
Oh, man. Unbelievable.
All right. Welcome in, everybody, to the Friday edition of Daily Bread. Coming at you live right at 12:15 on the East Coast. Got you covered to secure that extra weekend bankroll. Rolling into 4th of July. We hope all of you have a nice long weekend and ain't working today or Monday or Saturday or Sunday. But if you are, we got you covered. You always know we'll come at you each day because the hot dogs are close. You got Barry already know. I think that's a hot dog emoji at the end or just a breadstick, but it is what it is. Cassius nailed it right. Why the show was 5 minutes late or 10 minutes late, but it is what it is. So hop over to the YouTube channel if you're currently on Twitter. If you want to be featured in today's show, crack some jokes, whatever the hell you want to do. It's the Friday episode. We about to get wild on this MLB slate. We appreciate you on Twitter, though. We'll shout you out when we can. Give us that like, retweet, subscribe, all that good stuff, and follow through the two outlets. Lastly, show is powered and sponsored by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Be sure to be tapping in with them. But the chat's ready. Sosa, are you ready to dominate this Friday slate?
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Super excited. Woohoo! Oh,
You're up yelling at like 8 a.m. this morning about Harden. You can't get up for Daily Bread. I see where your priorities
I was
lie.
not yelling.
Going back to Cassius.
First of all, I was not yelling. I was not yelling. All right. Second of all, I'm saying we have the best. We have the best to offer for the guy named Kevin Durant. I mean, it's obvious. It's obvious.
Yeah, he clearly wants to get close to the Philadelphia Union since he owns 5% stake in them as well. You want to be close to the club you own, right?
I'll say.
Makes sense. Makes total sense.
Absolutely. It makes perfect fucking sense.
And they would have both MLS club owners because Harden has a stake in the Dynamo.
See what I'm saying? Football is the future, or so I've heard.
I mean, which team not named, I guess the Warriors, just because of pettiness, should not be going all in on Katie right now?
I mean, if anything, I think they're like probably the lead contender. They have a hell of they have probably the best of to offer for Kevin Durant for sure. Oh, yawning. God.
Any crazy or wild signings? I was going to talk about the Daniel House, but I don't think more people want to hear about the Houston Rockets from 3 years ago just be built in Philly.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with players being able to fit the skill set of James Harden. There's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. I think people are making that they're building the Rockets. No, they're putting players around James Harden who work. And why the fuck wouldn't you want to duplicate a 65-win team? Like, seriously. People get on the internet and just talk. If that team won 65 fucking games, if my Sixers can win 65 fucking games and have a shot at a title, I'm cool with it. Bring in all the motherfuckers from Houston. I'm straight with that. Pull up. What you talking about? Yes, sir.
Zion. Everyone's getting the bag. Everyone's having a good day. Even Bobby Bonilla.
Oh, it's Bobby Bonilla Day. It is, right? July 1st. First of the month. Shout out to Bone Thugs and Harmony. Top 5 rap group of all time. Straight out of Cleveland. Don't ever disrespect or forget.
Yes, sir. So we have a solid episode coming up for you today. You always know we got to mess around in the beginning. Let us know our thoughts since we did take that off day yesterday. Also be tapping in with the tournament that Daily Bread Media is hosting with Delphi Sports with Kamish and Jammer. They'll be publicized. You'll see some tweets about that. Got the best of the best going head to head to see who can come up or come out on the top in July. I got some questions for them. Can I submit MLS bets? Does it have to be MLB?
I was wondering that too.
Because then they're really smoked. Then they're really beat.
That's a good question.
But we got a guest to join us for today's episode to be helping us out, breaking down the MLB slate, giving you all the numbers, reasons, facts, all that good stuff behind them. Sosa, you can give him an intro as well, but we'll be bringing on Prop God now to join us for the MLB bets.
Y'all are familiar with my guy.
Yo, what's going on?
What up? What up, man? We linked up through Spaces like a lot of people do now with whether it's Twitter or Twitter Spaces. Just it's your Daily Bread debut. Obviously, there's a couple other people who we know who've been on here before. Glad you could join us. Obviously, just had a hell of a month in MLB. So if you want to tell the people a little bit about okay, if you want to tell the people
Yeah, my bad, bro.
if you want to tell the people a little bit about lock picks and what you got going on, feel free to share and we'll get into breaking down a bit of this baseball slate for today.
Yeah, for sure, bro. I would just send it out to my peoples real quick so they can tap in. I appreciate y'all having me.
All right.
Lock picks is me and my partner Ken. We started handicapping together probably about 3.5 years ago.
Okay.
We brought it to Twitter. I want to say probably about 3.5 months. It's been something like that. It hasn't been that long, really. It just took off kind of quick.
Right.
But yeah, if just as far as the backstory, that's how it is. Ken actually showed me how to place bets and everything. I didn't know what FanDuel and DraftKings was. At that point, I was getting my hair cut. It was crazy. My barber mentioned it. I talked to Ken about it. Ken was taking a lot of vacations and stuff like that. I was like, man, where you getting all this extra bread from? You know what I'm saying? And he started sending me his slips. And I just kind of took it and ran with it after he showed me. We bought the platform to Twitter. I saw you guys speaking in the space. Chris, I tapped in with Chris, started giving out my NBA plays, and I told everybody I love baseball. You know what I mean? But I hit on everything. So I gained a following from the NBA plays, but then once baseball season came, it just took off in a major way.
Absolutely. Rex having some technical issues, but yeah, absolutely, man. Great, glad you could join us. And I'm glad you mentioned that. A lot of people they do basketball. They try to venture off into other sports, and that's why when you had said I love baseball, I was like a bit shocked. But obviously, the results speak for themselves. If you want to tell people how you did over the last month, it's pretty insane.
Yeah, I actually just put it out. So the record for June, I'm gonna read it off real quick. I want to be exact with it, bro.
Absolutely.
So we launched the Elite service on June 10th. But from the 1st to the 10th, we were still giving out the free plays, in the Telegram, like every play. So from the 1st to the 10th on Telegram, we went 37-19. Now it was some NBA in there as well.
For sure.
And then when we launched the Elite from June 10th through 30th, we went 69-42-2. So for the month of June, we were 106 wins, 61 losses. We had 2 pushes, plus 38.27 units. And we hit it at a 62.7% clip. So June that was my best month personally as a capper, and it went perfectly with launching the VIP. You know what I mean? It just timing is everything. You know what I mean? So
absolutely, man. But that's why I said, obviously, like the results speak for themselves, and you continue to dominate in baseball. You're great in basketball. Look forward to every season. Obviously, we spoke earlier. I know you're into the NFL as well. But let's get into today's slate, man. In regards to plays for today, if you want me to go first, I have a couple plays for today. But anything that caught your eye for today. Let the people know a little bit about what you got on tap as far as like what plays you like or anything in particular that you love.
Oh yeah, I'll go first. So I got some early action. I went kind of heavy on the Red Sox today. We got it last night at I think it was -126 on the money line. Rich Hill on the mound. He's not my favorite guy, but on the road, he's been a completely different pitcher than he's been at home. He's been pretty solid, and he's found success against the Chicago lineup in his career. I think he's 1-1 against the Cubs with like a 1.75 ERA, and that's off a good sample size of the guys that's still in the lineup for them. You know what I mean? So I expect him to have some good success. And it's really a fade of Sampson and the Cubs bullpen. And the Red Sox are batting .261, tied for first place in the majors, batting average wise as a team. And they're second against right-handed pitchers. So I'm expecting them to get to Sampson early, maybe even Devers for a bomb. I hate home run bets, but Probably Devers for a bomb today, but yeah, my favorite early play is the Red Sox. That's how Diesel plays. So Diesel plays are always 2 units and up for us. I think we're 29-13 on Diesel plays since we
Okay.
came around. So the Red Sox is a Diesel play for us today.
All right, sweet. I love the matchup as well. Like you said, Devers has performed well against the guy they're going against. Today I'm rocking. Today I'm actually my first official play is we can call me a homer, whatever you like. I'm on the Dodgers run line tonight. I think that I'm fading Snell, Gonsolin. I look for him to bounce back. He didn't particularly pitch bad in his last matchup.
Yeah.
Kind of got the early hook. We were talking about that. Getting an early hook is not really something that's happened with him. But
And that's the thing with me with Roberts. It's kind of weird how he treats the rotation. He takes them out early a lot, in my opinion. So.
It is a bit odd the way he does things. He's so heavy with the analytics. It's the same that goes with the Yankees. Aaron Boone don't make lineup cards. Everything's computer generated. And that's the biggest issue with that we as I know you're a Dodger fan, but as a Dodger fan, you would wish that Dave Roberts wouldn't just go off the analytics. You know what I mean? Because
sometimes I feel like he loses the feel of the game, bro. Like honestly, I think against the Reds, we took his pitching outs and he took them out.
With 87
after
pitches.
5 innings, yeah. But he had retired 10 out of the last 11 guys that he's seen. So it's like he was in a groove at that point. Why take him out the game? So
absolutely. And like I said, that's the age we live in where analytics own and trump everything that people do in the game. We talk about La Russa. La Russa won't let he's an old school guy who needs help from analytics, but won't take the help from analytics.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's such a 50-50 now. But for me, I'm on the run line tonight for the Dodgers -1.5. I'm getting it at +130 on FanDuel, and I think you ride the wave when it comes to with the Dodgers. Snell has been dog water. I like our lineup against him. Even though we don't particularly hit lefties great, that's why the over/under is so low. But I like us to win a 5-2 game, a 6-3 game, something along those lines. So I got the Dodgers at -1.5 at +126. Looking for Gonsolin to be his usual self as opposed to last time we saw him on the hill. Rex, you're back. The technical difficulties have finally upended. Glad you could join us.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, Texas Sosa, is it laggy as hell for you? He goes, nah. So I turned and looked, and that big red light was on your box. He was like, fuck, I'm beat. I only missed the Dodgers play so far. No doubt that you would start off with that when you're struggling.
We got a comment on the Twitter video. You said prop looking for that Starbucks sponsorship with the Starbucks.
Hey, real quick.
Hey, another one. All right. Well,
oh shit! I got the Dunkin' mug, but you can't really tell. They don't advertise well. See, that's why.
Yeah, that's crazy. They got the orange on the inside though. But so I also like the Dodgers too. I'll give out one more that I gave to VIP. So last night I took Tony Gonsolin for 4 strikeouts and the Dodgers to win the player performance double. That was a -118. When I got up this morning, it hadn't really changed much. It went to -116, but I love Gonsolin to get 4 Ks. And like you said, it's a fade of Snell for me. I know the Dodgers aren't the best against lefties, but they're still hitting 245 if I remember off the top of my head. So I just trust that lineup more. The Padres have been good on the roads as far as scoring wise, but you've seen, what happened yesterday with the game finished 3-1. So Musgrove had 10 Ks and they still couldn't get it done. So I'm definitely not trusting Snell in that spot.
Absolutely. Rex, you got any baseball for us?
Let's hear what number 2 is first for you.
My next play is a continuation of fade the Oakland Athletics. I am on the Seattle Mariners -1.5. Just like I was yesterday. If you believe in Caprillion, that's on you.
Man.
But for me, it's the easiest bet in baseball. Fade Oakland, you're gonna make money.
I was so pissed yesterday, bro. I had the Mariners, but I took Gilbert for 6 Ks in the win. The guy had 3 Ks. He had been covering his Ks. I believe, man, like 6 out of 8. It was some crazy number, but and the Athletics got a lot on the road as well, but he didn't have it going yesterday. He got the win, but
still got the win, right? But it just it wasn't mowing them down like we would expect it. But again, that's where I'm at. I'm back on the fade the A's train. If you believe in this baseball team, I don't know why or where you're from or why you would do that. They stink. Continuing to fade them will make you money. Give me the run line at and I think it was actually plus money. Yeah, it's plus 110 on FanDuel. If you're gonna give me this Seattle team who I believe they covered the run line every single game against Oakland the last series, I'm on them again. Seattle Mariners -1.5 at plus 108 or at plus 110. Give it to me. I'll take it.
Yep. So my first one's going to come into everyone's probably most watched game today between the O's and the Twins. I like the over 9 at -115 here in this matchup. Spencer finally had a solid start after having a shaky 2 past then on the road. He hasn't been solid as well. He has that 4.82 ERA, and then Joe Ryan, not trusting him at home. Last 3 starts, 5.74 ERA as well. This is where the O's probably have had this little bit of their win streak and resurgence just because their pen has been quietly one of the better ones in baseball so far, where they haven't blown up. I'm expecting for them to have one of their due days. Plus, the bats have been hot there, so we'll take the over 9 at -115.
Yes, sir. And then also, isn't Yu Darvish supposed to pitch tomorrow?
He should, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna just give you the first play for tomorrow. Fade Yu Darvish on the road. That's the first play for tomorrow.
Is it Darvish? It might be Mackenzie Gore.
Well, whenever the fuck Darvish pitches,
I'll fade Al Gore's son just as hard as I'll fade Yu Darvish.
Yeah, I mean Darvish, the home road splits are crazy, bro. Kind of the same thing for Noah Syndergaard. So, definitely.
Yeah, it's insane the way they have those splits between home and away. But you said your next play was Minnesota Baltimore over, correct?
Yep, over 9.
And I am going to one more play, and that is the Milwaukee Brewers. I like Corbin Burns to shut down this lineup. I like his player performance double at 7+ Ks and a win at -22. I like him at 8+ Ks and a win at plus 104. Milwaukee's actually playing pretty decent ball, man. They've looked pretty good as of recently. They seem to be getting on a roll. And let's be honest, they're the best team in the Central, given the state of their starting rotation. They might have a very anemic offense at times, but that starting rotation is going to give you an opportunity to win every single day.
Mm-hmm. And they're missing Peralta.
They're missing Peralta. Woodruff was fucking dominant as fuck the last time he took them out. He just couldn't score. And that's going to be the issue with Milwaukee. They're going to get stellar pitching performances, but they struggle to score runs. I like them.
Not last night. They couldn't keep the base pass clean. Was that 8-7L?
Yep. And again, it's a bounce back for me. They should have won last night. They didn't. So yeah, I'm on Milwaukee. I like the player performance double because I think Corbin Burns comes in and just shuts down this Pittsburgh lineup. I just think it's definitely the smarter of the two bets. But this Pittsburgh, I will also say this Pittsburgh team is much improved from last year. I think a lot of people approach the way they cap baseball with a lot of like bias based on name of the team or recognition. But this Pittsburgh team is much better than the one from last year. There's growth within the lineup. They're young. They look like they come out motivated on a nightly basis. That's something that we really haven't seen from Pittsburgh teams in the last few years. The motivation factor is there. These young guys have played much better, even though fading Brubacher is easy, right? Like even though
it's just the team total over. It's not even the other team. It's not the Pirates to lose. You just take the team total over.
Yeah, it's not even that he's pitched bad, but it's like if you took the team total in the first 5 of every game he pitched, it's cashed all but what 2 times,
3,
all but 3 times
all season. So it's not a knock on him, right? It's like he's been, like I said, he hasn't.
He has that 1-8 or 1-9 record, so it could be a little bit of knock on him.
He hasn't been complete ass, but again, he does what we expect him to do as far as fucking off games. Like like the other, and there's nothing wrong with the other team performing well. It's just a spot that is going to be profitable. But I will say again, this Pittsburgh team, I'll give them credit. They're much more improved from last year, because last year they looked like an absolute dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Prop, what do you got for us next?
So what I went Red Sox, Dodgers. I got another performance double type play. So I took Max Fried for 5Ks and the Braves money line. I got that at a -1, I think -122 last night while we were on Inside the Lines. Fried's been pretty dominant. I know so he started the season off a little slow, not on that same track as he was last year, but he's kind of picked it up and kicked into high gear how he ended last season. So I like him to get 5Ks, and I like that Braves lineup with Acuna back tonight to put it on to Cincinnati. I can see that game going over as well, just from the Braves end.
I like that call. And I'm really gonna keep it light. I got three baseball plays. I do have one player prop that I love today. It's in the Tampa Bay Toronto Blue Jays game, and we are gonna rock with our boy Wander off the IL, 2+ total bases at +110. It's going to be the first time. It's going to be one of the few times we get his total bases at plus money, because he's just one of those guys. He's special. We all are familiar with how amazingly talented Wander Franco is. Wander Franco over 2+ total bases at +110. If you're getting it at plus money, I have to take it. He's too effective at the plate when he's in the lineup. I got to do it.
So a good matchup against Berrios too.
Absolutely.
I was about to say, I was surprising we didn't hear that, because Berrios has been trash over his past 3. I believe 11-4.
I was waiting on Commish to find him. It's Commish's guy.
Is that not the same? Is this not like literally? We look like we know what we're talking about, because all we ever do is when Toronto, beginning of the season for Toronto, everybody's like, we love the lineup. We love the lineup. People like Berrios is enough to help the pitching rotation. The fucking bullpen stinks. They have they have guys who have like Grain Man starts and then give up 6 runs. One really good start, then they give up 10 hits. The inconsistency from this baseball team, given the talent that they have, is insane to me. And also, we got to shout out the Boston Red Sox. The Boston Red Sox started the season awful. They're right in the mix now for everything. All the people that were doing all this bullshit chirping when they started out so badly, the Red Sox are right back in the mix. They're going to make the playoffs, barring some wild shit happening, because they're going to make a playoff. They're going to make a wild card run. We said when they were sucking that they were too damn good to be that bad all season. They're right back. Obviously, Tampa Bay and Tampa Bay will probably be there at the end too. And fuck Toronto, but be mindful. I want a lot of you Yankee fans to be mindful. It's good to be hot right now, but it's not how you start; it's how you finish. And the season started a month late. So when y'all keep saying to me, it's July, yeah, dickhead, the season started a month late.
So, Sosa, I got one more for you, and prop. We're putting the perfect record on the line with the Phils games here. Looking to go 5-0. We're taking the over 9.5 today, because I love it. Miles still hasn't been nicked up since his almost no-hitter. He's only given up 1 run in his past 2 starts. The Phillies won their totals at 9.5 so far this season, are 9-4 to the over, coming off the 14 runs last night. The Cardinals coming off a rest day, just like the spot here. So I'm going with the Phils and the Cardinals over 9.5 at, what's the juice currently sitting on that one? -105. Perfect.
I like that, bro. Who's that on the mound for the Phillies? The young
Falter. The fucking he's not a consistent starter. He probably goes 5 innings max. So when you're relying on a Phil's pen day, another easy way to take the over. So if you want to just target the Cardinals and think Miles continues that hot streak, because I'm going off on the limb, going contrarian there, fading him because he has that 1.29 ERA in his past 3 starts.
And remember, he took a no-hitter until the 9th inning.
Yep.
Yeah, he faced the Cubs or perfect game or something like that, right? One or the other.
Pirates, past 3 starts, all teams in his division like him once he gets outside the division to get hit up here. So over 9.5.
Let me answer that question. Nothing. It's what they did to you, Cam. What they're doing to you is fucked up. What they're doing to you is fucked.
I didn't even see the comment.
What they're doing to you is fucked up, my boy. Putting all that hope in the Blue Jays, and then they fuck it off every year. Great young lineup. Maybe in 4 or 5 years, you'll make assistant manager. No, I'm just saying, man. Maybe in 4 or 5
Is
years.
Calvin just not that good? Or
I
can
don't
he
know.
just not have a position to play?
I don't know what it is, man. I don't. This Toronto team has everything you could ask for on a baseball team, and they just disappointing.
I mean, I just think the pitching is the biggest issue. The inconsistency, like you said, Gosman. I believe to start before last against the Red Sox, he got touched up, but he comes and dominates Boston.
Right, and then there's the inconsistency from the lineup. The lineup has so much talent, and from day to day, you don't have any idea what to expect.
Yep.
None. So that, like I said, the inconsistency. If you're gonna call it, be fair on both sides. The pitching staff ain't been good, but neither is the lineup. Vlad Guerrero Jr. is his dad. His dad was wildly inconsistent at times. He is wildly inconsistent at times. But that's a different conversation. I don't want people to feel like I'm piling on the city of Toronto. I already have Raptors fans on my fucking head. So, but yeah, if you got anything else for this one, I know you're saving some plays for tomorrow. I know Rex got a full MLS slate tomorrow to attack. So I don't want to have to overreach on any plays. Before we get out of here,
got some weird fucking matchups on the board today. That's really the biggest thing on this one. The pitchers on the board are kind of tricky. So that's kind of where Fried, you want to think he's going to keep rocking it, but you're going to have to pay a minus 300 price. So you just really can't go there unless you want to go complete contrarian with the Reds, which Sosa cashed you out last night. You have the Yankees as the huge dogs. We already talked about that. You just got a lot of minus 200s or 180s plus out there today, which means you have to get a little bit more technical, team totals, player performance doubles like you guys are going. The perfect way to attack the slate.
Absolutely. So, Prop, before we get out of here, tell the people where they can find you.
Oh, yeah, I fixed my name, too, at the bottom. So if you want to find me, Twitter is like the main source for me. It's at PropGuy_. You want access to my plays, the website's in my bio if you want to sign up for VIP and become elite. I just signed a partnership with Chalkboard, so I'm going to be rolling that out. This is my first time announcing it here. I'm going to roll that out today. As far as the free play access to lock picks, the Chalkboard community is going to be where all the free plays are now. So I'll be tweeting that out when we get off the show. But that's just the best way to access me, though.
Perfect, man. Again, appreciate you for joining us today. Rex, it's the weekend.
Dogs on Monday, man. It's counting down to the hot dog over contest.
Hey, man, listen.
That's on Monday?
That's how you know this is an elite betting show, because we bet on the fucking Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest and win you money.
I have never bet on that, bro.
Who's fucking with us? Nobody.
Well, we just bet the over-under how many dogs are going to be taken down. It's easy. There's one factor. We've dropped it the perfect way to cap it.
When y'all play that, I'm going to tell y'all for sure.
Hey, as you should. I didn't really bet it. He's the one that came up with the
heat wave ain't making it look good for the number. That's all I'm saying. This heat wave ain't making it look good.
It's hotter than a motherfucker outside, too. God.
Yeah, it is, bro.
Woo-wee.
But I hope everyone enjoys the 4th weekend. We'll be back live with the 20-minute episode. So when you're out traveling, whatever, load it up. You can get the picks real quick, all the talk you need in 20 minutes. We'll keep bringing on the top guest in this month of July. Shout out to Prop God for joining us. If you're not following him, that's just irresponsible at this point. So give him that follow. Until tomorrow, we out.
Smoke some